this isn't about outright speed, this is about surviving. By the mid-2000s, endurance racing was a war of efficiency, and the Lola B05 was built for exactly that. Carbon fibre monocoque, pushrod suspension, aero tuned for stability over long stints. The turbocharged inline fours, not built for flexing dyno charts, built for smooth power, fuel efficiency, running flat out without killing itself. That's the magic of the B0540. Balance, reliability, zero drama. So today, we're at a modern layout of Spa, driving this Lola exactly where it belongs. So here we go. Starting our little mini endurance race. Meant to sort of replicate the Le Mans 6 hour of the time. I have got the 05 track, but not a massive fan of the bus stop chicane of that year, so I thought I'd run almost like a modern representation of, or a Spa classic 6 hour, driving some different cars. Have been enjoying this Lola, as we are side by side out of the source here. So we're going to be side by side through Rouge and Radion, as we have to slightly lift. This is going to give a lot of the cars now behind us a run down the Camel Straight, as we are just going to hold the outside now. Going to try and brake as late as we possibly can coming into Lake Com here, as we do outbrake the AI there going into Lake Com. Now we're going to try to look forward rather than looking behind. I know the car in front is a V8 version, I know the livery. As they are looking round the inside again, we're going to have to try and hold our line out. As he does back out. Still need these tyres to warm up a fair bit. I am a bit slow on this first lap, really struggling as we're going to pull on for the first time and let off the accelerator. Try and go full power on the way out. Can sort of see the cars backing up in front. The LMP ones don't actually gain that much time in the terms of the race starts. I really think Razor did an impeccable job at this DLC, as we are all over the place here. We're losing traction left, right and centre. As we head down to Blanchimont for the first time. Don't think the tyres are quite warm off and no lift off at all. We're going to have a slight lift and get straight back on the power. Braking as late as we can into the bus stop for the first time. This little flat 4 turbo really does sound gorgeous, blaring through the headphones. Being checked up at the source again. We're going to have to try and make the move now, coming out of Radion, as the tyres are starting to get a little bit toastier now. Should out with our grip. So now we go full power, that's better, over the top of Radion there. Onto the Camel Straight, we are gaining and gaining and gaining on the V8 version of this car in front. As we go up the inside, we're going to try and brake as late as we can coming into Lake Com here. All the backs lock a little bit, we slide through Le Com there. We are going to hold it second here, as he's going to look straight back up the inside now. Going to try and get the power of it, but it does look like he's going to get me back again. As we come down to Pouon, some great battling by the AI here. Back and forth, which just makes it even more enjoyable. As we go through Pouon here, we've dropped the person behind the guy behind him, if that makes any sense. It's got 2 seconds in as we come up into this last little turn out into the semi back straight. We're going to switch into third here and try and give us the run down to Blanchimont here. As we do go side by side just before Blanchimont, we're going to have to lift slightly as we lift through Blanchimont, but we do hold the grip around the outside. Another great move there. We're going to try and brake as late as we possibly can here without locking the tyres into the bus stop. 5 minutes already gone in this race. I'm now just worried about hoping I've put enough fuel in the car so everything is nicely warmed up. Oh, as we get a lock up in front here, this might help us with a little bit better of exit. As I've just had a warning, the front brakes are getting a little bit warm as we go over the top of Radion. Try and gain as much as we can on P2 ahead. Didn't even notice that we'd actually on the podium. I'm too engrossed in the race. As we brake once again as late as we can. Down into Lacombs. The car's struggling a little bit for grip now. As I hope we're not cooking the tyres too much. Oh, well, somebody goes a little bit loose up in front and someone takes P1. I think we are right behind. Right behind the LMP1s here. Not a lot of pace between the two, which is very surprised. I'm not too sure how much the pace difference was in real life, but I would have expected. As we touch the inside curb there, that is a no-no. Thrown me out a little bit in practice a couple of times, and yet I keep going back to do it. As we see P2 go a little bit wide again. There's no pit stops in this race. We are just going to be racing into the night in this short little representation of a 6 hour at Le Mans. Spa, sorry. The fact that you can just jump into AMS2 and recreate races like this so easily and effectively is just it's just a brilliant reason to come and try this sim. As I think the LMP2 car that went into the back of one of the LMP1s, the LMP1s at the back really not breaking away too much from the LMP2s. It's very interesting as we have got a yellow flag a little bit further back in the track. Looking at the map at the top right, now there's a green flag that got rid of the yellow. There's 8 minutes already gone of this. As we get Eau Rouge and Radion completely wrong there. I think we also, I think I agree, we're going outside the track limits there. We just flew over the top of Radion there. Just going to brake as late as we can as P1 and P2 are fighting as we have a massive lock-up and we end up spinning. No, as we end up spinning, we're going to have to try and get the car going. It's stalling. Oh, as we have a massive hit there. We're at the back of our class now. As that rejoin was absolutely awful. When I did have that spin at Le Mans, so something to look back on at the end of the race, as I still am getting quite heavily locking. Definitely think the brake ducts probably need closing a little bit on this setup, as the brakes are getting extremely hot here. Slight lift there through Blanchimont. As we come down into the bus stop, we're not really gaining as much as I would like on these LMP2s ahead. As Bozeman just gets better traction there. So we're going to try and jump in the slipstream here. We are going to go for a late braking into the source. Just managed to clear him. One position is down at least. We have still got 8 minutes to make a move here. As once again we got Eau Rouge and Radion completely crossed over there. Another track limit warning. It's going to brake late into Lacombs. Let the car sort of roll in and roll out the other side. As we are gaining on a little bit of lap traffic here, I can only hope to capitalise on this lap traffic. As they are shown on the blue flags there. As both of them go a little bit wide here. Got a Porsche and a Ferrari battling. Well, Razor's attempt at making a Ferrari. P1 out, we're going to drop it down into third. Run a little bit wide as we have got someone on the inside here. He's not giving this place up easily. As he's battling once again up my inside, this is great battling. Waiting on the power here as we are going to get a run on Atkinson now ahead. Going around the outside, he is pushed a little bit wide. Don't know whether he's going to battle me into. No, he doesn't. He lets off as we go through Blanchemont there. So we almost look up going into the bus stop chicane there. P7 is definitely on here even after my colossal mistake. So we lock up once again, luckily keeping it in a straight line this time. It's just waiting and waiting and waiting for that turbo to spool up there. Definitely an increased amount of... oh, as we've had something's been hit in front, we've just gone through a load of debris there. We don't go the quickest through Radion. Might have Boseman. As this looks absolutely chaotic ahead here, as we've had loads of build-up of cars in front here. Now we're just going to have to focus, keep our eyes open, as basically the whole LMP2 pack has now closed back up, I believe, in all stuck behind a slower class car as they're all struggling to get round. Yes, it is. As two of them go wider, this is going to give us a chance. As it does, push us a little bit wide. We're going to have to get straight back on the power here. We do get the power out of the back now. Oh, as the two in front touch. The dirt, yeah, sending me wide slightly. Off track. Through Pouon. These tyres not starting to feel the best now. Car actually feeling worse on lighter fuel, which I did not expect. As we are all still very close here, and with 4 minutes to go, it is all to play for. As they're all very slow going through Blanchemont, I have to take off track there, as we gain 2 positions as they're all struggling through Blanchemont there to overtake the lap traffic. I could definitely do with a little bit of improvement with this multi-class racing. So we are all very slow. I think we're all just trying to gain our senses here as I get overtaken again. As he's going to squeeze, give me no room on the inside by the wall there. Almost go wide again as we go sliding out over the top of Radion. As we go around the outside of the Porsche. GT2 class so much slower on the Camel straight there. Almost to the point of it being dangerous as we run a little bit wide here. It's two Ferraris scrapping here, slowing everyone down. So we get a better run now, because I think we're basically almost back to where we was. As we go through P1, we're going to end up going wide here. We're going to have to power out of it to get around this lap traffic. Really putting loads of steering angle in there. As we come through the back part of the track here, we are having a bit of struggle around traffic. This means I'm going to be able to look around the outside as we slightly touch there. As I'm trying to keep the power, as I'm right up behind him. As we put the power down now. We have got a run now. Coming round to Blanchemont, we're going to try it round the outside. There's a slight bit of lifting going on. As we drop it down again, just to help hopefully turn that car in. As we sneak up unintentionally, really up the inside. As we're trying, as we make contact again. Great racing by the AI here. But we are going to have the inside. For Lassours. As we almost lock up, as we just managed to slot up behind P5. This is the last lap now, this is our only chance to make up, as I believe the top four are a little bit further up the way. So we're going to have to let off a little bit here. As we go up, oh, he jumps up in front of me as we take a big hit. I think he might have spun out. Absolute chaos here. As we have actually gained back on P4 here. He might be damaged, he was going very slow to Lecom, as we're just going to slide it in, losing all traction here. Really struggling as I've just lost all traction in all the tyres. As we are, got someone looking up the inside now. Drop it down another gear as we're so slow, lumbering through the corner here. As he's actually going to go around the outside, I'm going to lose fifth here. As he gets caught up on the traffic, I'm going to go around the outside. And a risky move up the inside of Pouon. But we do manage to make it through as the back end comes sliding out. So we've got no braking whatsoever. Definitely got the brake ducts way too closed here. There's only a few more corners to go. I do believe that 50 square we're going to end up with after a massive spin. Could have been a lot worse. Tyre temps are good now. Finally the fronts are definitely coming up to. So we're going to sneak in. And we're going to have to go up the inside here of into Blanchemont. We do manage to make it. Such a shame, only 2.1 seconds away from fourth here. So we're going to brake nice and early for the last time through the bus stop here to make it over the line in P5. That was absolute and utter chaos there, but a lot of fun. As we've got another lap here, I had no idea. I thought the race was over. So we're going to try and beat this Ferrari 2 Eau Rouge here. We don't want to be going anywhere near slow traffic round Eau Rouge. As we slightly lift, as the night is starting to settle in here. As we've got a really slow moving, we've got loads. We've took a massive hit to the front. We've got suspension damage. Someone is absolutely crippled there. We've ended up in P2, but I don't know whether I can hold it round this lap now. This is absolute and utter chaos. He had no cowling on his engine there. As we have got a little bit of damage. Oh, we're going to be able to hold this now. We've got quite damaged suspension and a really damaged front wing. We're going to have to nurse this car back through this last lap. This has been absolute and utter chaos now. As we do lose one position, we're down into third. As we are struggling here, the steering wheel is crooked. As we come into P1 for the last time, and as the lights are settling, we're going to have to turn our lights on here. As we're trying to hold it round the outside. as we're shooting up the inside there of the Porsche. P4 is all I think I've got after smashing into the back. I'm surprised I haven't got more damage. This is absolute chaos with safety cars turned off. Usually you'd have the safety cars sort of stopping the action if there was such a crash like that on the Camel Straight. As we go through Blanchimont for the last time, we've got someone else who's really slow up here. He's an LMP1 that's lost his rear wing. He's going to brake for the last time. Now, the actual last time of the bus stop. It goes sliding through as I'm starting to feel this damage. P8 to P4 after all that carnage. I think we'll take it.